So welcome to the channel, and if it's your first visit to my channel, you'll see that it's about motorcycling, camping, reviews and travel. And in relation to knives, all of those activities would find a knife useful at some point or other. Let's get on to look at this one. This is a Bantam and it's an 84mm, classed as one of their medium range of knives. These are Swiss manufactured, so they're actually made in Switzerland, and they've been established, well, for well over 100 years. So this little Bantam is what they class as a single layer knife, if you can see that. Just one layer. There are no tools on the back of the knife, and what tools it has are at the front of the knife, other than some tools that are located in the scales, which are the covers. In the world of Victorinox Swiss Army knives, these are scales. So what I'm going to do with this knife is I'm just going to show you the knife, talk briefly through it. I'll put information in the information section regarding specification, a further specification, and then I'll just show you how the tools work. And then over a period of time, as it's appropriate, I'll come back to you with an update on this particular Bantam knife. So as I've mentioned to you, it's 84mm in length, it's 23mm in width, 11mm in height, and weighs 33 grams. So it is a proper bantamweight model. This ABS Celidor, traditionally in red, really catches the light. It's beautiful. So this has got 8 functions, and I'll just show you through those functions now. One of the functions Victorinox declare is this keyring holder. So that's classed as a function. And in fact, this particular one I've been using for 2 or 3 weeks now, and I've actually had a little 60mm lanyard on just to pull it out in my pocket easier. But I wanted to show you the knife as it is, and if I do any modifications to it, then I'll show you the modifications. But this one is a simple knife. The other tools, the first 2, are found in the scales, front and back. Pretty traditional for Victorinox. You get a pair of tweezers, and these tweezers are pretty good for the size. And it slots back into the scales and making it a very neat place to keep it. So on the rear, again traditional for Victorinox, you get a toothpick. That's 3 tools. The next is the knife blade. Now, they have some beautiful knives, and they're stainless steel. They come very sharp. So the blade length from the tang there to the tip is 53mm. So with these medium size knives, you get this size blade. With the larger knives and the smaller knives, you obviously get different size blades. So the blade is a drop point. It's non-locking, so it doesn't lock. It just has a fairly firm action to push it back in again. And with it being non-locking, and less than 3 inches, it's a UK legal carry. So you can carry this in the UK wherever you go, apart from obviously certain places, airports being one of them. So I'm just going to pop the knife away safely, keeping fingers out of the way. So the next tool is a little multi-tool. So that knife and the multi-tool are in the same layer. Now as you get bigger and more tools, you'll have various layers with various knives, tools being arranged. But this one, single layer, so both the knife and the multi-tool sit within that layer. So a nice positive action with that. And it has a half lock, what they call a half lock, which means it locks in place. And that allows you to, when you're using one of the tools, which is the screwdriver, the flat-headed screwdriver, it allows you to get some purchase on a particular screw. Now these are pretty lightweight tools on this model. So you have that on a half lock and then you fully deploy it. Do you hear the click? That's the lock. So it locks into position there, and then with a satisfying clunk, it goes back down behind the knife. Let's just pop it out again. So anyhow, so the other tools on this knife are all related to this multi-tool. So firstly, we have a little wire stripper slot, and I'll show you how that works. We have a bottle opener. We have a little 5mm flat-headed screwdriver, and because of the angle of that blade and the way it's built, you can actually use it on small Phillips, effectively doing it at an angle like that. And again, I'll demonstrate this. And the final tool is that it is a can opener as well. And again, not a heavy duty one, but it does work. So that's the official tools within that Bantam. Although many people will also use it as a prying tool or a scraping tool with this edge. The name Bantam and bantamweight is appropriate for this knife. I can't help but just look at them, they're beautiful. So let's just try them out and I'll show you how they actually work very quickly. So guys, that's your Victorinox Bantam Swiss Army knife. It's a lovely little thing. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the little lanyard, which is that there. Just going to pop that back on again because it does make it easier for getting in and out of your pocket. And I've literally carried this for, I think it's a couple of weeks now, everywhere I go. Tiny knife, not the smallest obviously, but I think the smallest practical everyday carry. Thanks for watching guys. As I say, there's going to be a whole series of Swiss Army knives, and some of them are going to be much more interesting than the Bantam. Some of them will be very appropriate for my camping or for the travelling. Anyhow, I might as well drink the beer. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you come again. Cheers.